All right, and we are live. Apologize to anyone who jumped on the other one. That one was not working. Something happened with the camera. I don't know, but I apologize. So anyway, we are going live, and yeah, let's just jump into this. All right. Welcome to the Lone Star Play wrap-up show. Again, I apologize for the other mishap. I don't know what was happening with the camera. I'm getting used to this. But anyway, let's get this going. So there we go. Oh my God, this is a nightmare, y'all. Listen, if y'all are doing YouTube live stuff, trust me, this is a nightmare. I'm telling y'all, we're going to get through this. Okay. Thank you for being patient. All right. So yeah, let's just go over the week's episodes that we had. Hopefully this will be better on a restream. Anyway, yeah. So that's all I'm gonna do. Just go over the week's episodes that we had and talk about next week's guest. We had some awesome episodes this week, actually. One that just came out today. So man, I haven't seen it yet. Probably not. With John Randall, that came out today. That was awesome. He is, gosh, how to describe the guy? Everything: singer, songwriter, musician, producer, does it all. Grammy award winning. American Country Music Award winning, all kinds of winning. He talks about kind of how he got to Nashville and sort of, picked that up. Just went over a few songs he's written, like Whiskey Lullaby, things like that. And then just talked where he's from, Texas, some food, of course. He's a big foodie, actually. Not that was surprising or anything, but it's always cool to learn who's like really, truly a foodie. That guy loves to go out and eat and try things and seems pretty adventurous. And he was just a great guy, real down to earth. Super enjoyed talking to him. I was a little nervous about talking to him. He's pretty, well known and big. He's got a big album out called the Marfa tapes with Miranda, Lambert, and Jack Ingram. That's who this guy rolls with. Okay. Which is awesome. He talks about that a little bit, like just recording that, because it's very like just a raw recording, basically. They go out to Marfa, just sitting in the back of a pickup truck, fiddling around on an acoustic, singing. I mean, like you might do with your friends, maybe not out like in Marfa with the mountains in the background, but that sort of style. And that's a great album, so he's a part of that. And he's got his own stuff that he released that he hadn't done in like 15 years. So he's just been writing for other people, producing for other people. Dierks Bentley, Chase Bryant, these people. He's winning awards with them too. Like, the guy's amazing. And again, just so down to earth. You know what he said in the podcast I thought was cool? He's like really good friends with the lead singer of Tonic. Remember that band, Tonic? And I was like, oh man, dude, I was so into that band when they were out. I remember their song. Remember they had that one song during American Pie when I don't know which movie it was, but you may not even remember American Pie. I guess it's now considered a classic comedy where the kid sticks his whoo into the apple pie, that kid, that guy, that movie. Anyway, one of those movies, they had a big song on it. Tonic did. Anyway, I used to love their music. They were great. That was like better than Ezra. That was like, I guess now that's classic rock. How crazy. I mean, for myself, that's crazy to hear that's to me, classic rock is like Led Zeppelin. That's classic rock to me. Anyway, I thought that was cool. And they've got like a little group that they go out and dine with, thought that was, again, this guy's a foodie and his friends are too. So I thought, oh man, I would love to go dine out with those guys. That would be epic for sure. Yeah. So John Randall, that's a great episode. Really, just a cool episode. It's got everything. Tells cool stories. Great guy. For me, listening to, just having these conversations with these different people, you know what it is for me? Like, I get inspiration out of it because you hear them talking about their successes and sometimes their failures, but how that then led to success or, bounce back or whatever it may be. it's inspiring, really, to have these conversations with these people, to be frank. And I hope people that listen to it, you sort of take that angle. That's what I do. Everyone that we have on is done something, or, done something with their lives, not to say that just working and taking care of your family isn't a job, because it is, and a hard one at that, probably the hardest job. And just hearing about that too. People talk about their families and spending more time and this and that, especially with COVID. The conversations over COVID have been somewhat like that. And it was the same with John. It's a cool episode. And then anyway, that one came out today, so you got all weekend to watch that one or listen to it. The one that came out on Tuesday was cool. We had a couple of female businesswomen from Dallas, okay, Stacy George and Sasha Spivey. They were super, super cool. They're super talented. They've got a business called FRANKI Ray. It was just cool to talk business and sort of, from two women who are, grew a business literally from nothing to something. And they're from Texas and blah, 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 right? That's the point of the podcast. It's a cool episode. We kind of got into some areas that I didn't think we'd get into that was actually pretty fascinating, I walked away learning actually a lot about like sort of manufacturing, because what they deal in is in like luxury briefcases and luxury luggage and, wallets and different things. Very, very luxurious. Like the briefcases are like $1,500. Okay. They're trying to bring back the briefcase, which I thought was cool. I haven't really heard of that. You really think of the briefcases, your dad carrying like my dad used to have a briefcase, all different kinds. And, pop it up. I remember when I was a kid, I had a briefcase. I just wanted all my stuff, my files in it. It was like, anyway, sort of a dead thing now, briefcase. People have the iPhone, right? You have your phone. That's your briefcase. Anyway, they're bringing it back. They're cool. They're luxurious. They sell them. Okay. I said that price point, but dude, people buy that. So, they're just really smart. Like when I was talking to them, I was like, holy shit, they're amazing. They're best friends. It's really just a cool story. They're not like super famous or anything. I guess they're working on it, with their company. But they were just, again, just a cool podcast to learn something from. If you have a business you're trying to start from scratch, literally from like your garage or your living room, like this is a great podcast to listen to, to hear where they went and to where they're at now and growing. So, and they're local, Dallas, Texas, it's awesome. We love supporting that. And again, they were just really smart. We learned about manufacturing. Like I asked some question I didn't think would lead to this bigger conversation, just a small footnote on my thing of like, if they would offer some sort of a vegan option for a bag, because they sell it's like buffalo leather, and they go into the reason of why that's, important. But anyway, it became like this thing, like that I was saying they should go all vegan. They shouldn't have leather, which is not what I meant. I meant just like, it's like a business, right? Yeah. It's like I sell hamburgers, but I got a chicken sandwich over here too. That's all I meant. And it became this thing of, I learned about vegan bags and what that means and what they use. And, they've done their research way more than I had. I didn't know anything about it. So that was actually quite fascinating. And just manufacturing, where to get it done, how to get it done. You're trying to upscale. It was cool. We got into some nuts and bolts, and I like that stuff. Yeah, it was cool. That was a cool podcast. So again, they're called FRANKI Ray. Check them out. Not saying you can get a bag, but share it. You probably know somebody that might be able to get it. Chip in. It'd be a good gift for a wedding. Phenomenal wedding gift. To be honest with you, to go in with a bunch of people and, buy this, or if you're doing well, go for it. I remember that, I'll say this one funny thing when I was interviewing them, I said, oh, I could see you guys they were just very creative. And I thought, oh my God, I could picture them just sort of designing a bunch of different things. And I said car interiors, whatever. I meant luxurious cars, but she was like, no. Private planes, it's that's where their mind goes, and look, you gotta see the finish line, right? If that's what you want, wherever you put the finish line, that's it, right? If you say I want to sell my stuff in Target, then that's what you start building towards. Where they're not like that. They set this other a goal, which I love. Again, love it. All about it. All about it. So yeah, that was Tuesday, and then Thursday, John Randall, which were great. Okay, both great shows. And then look, next week we have some amazing guests coming up. We're actually wrapping up the season, sort of. Yeah, we're coming into it. Last few weeks, all of August, basically at the end of July, we're taking all of August off, and we'll be right back right after Labor Day, like we did last year. So that'll be season 4. Wow. Season 4. So basically we're wrapping up, through the summer. We have some awesome guests, and man, when we come back for the new season, I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of big changes happen. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. We don't want to make the changes just abruptly. So we're going to sort of wait till the end of the season and come back with the new season with a bunch of new stuff. I'm really excited about it, to be honest with you. For one, you know what, before we get even into what's coming up next week, who the guests are, you know what? This is what I forgot to bring up. This is the first time I've gotten, people have sent stuff, okay, to me. People have sent stuff to me, books, t-shirts, hats. I'm trying to think what else. Scarves. It was like a soccer one, pendant stickers, all kinds of different stuff. They've come on the podcast, whatever. Super cool. And this is the first time I've ever gotten like a personalized, little letter here. I thought this was really neat. It's hard to see, but anyway, this was from, who was this from? This was from Stacy George and Sasha Spivey, FRANKI Ray. I had to look down for that. And they wrote Pat Armstrong. I love that, Pat. Yeah, I don't mind. Okay. And they wrote me a nice little personal, for coming on the podcast. I thought that was cool. Listen, guys, that's why they're going where they're going. Okay, FRANKI Ray. Boom. Gosh, there's this light here. That's horrible. Can't get that. Well. Too tough, guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. That is, nice touch, ladies. I gotta admit. I gotta start doing stuff like that. I just feel weird asking for addresses. I don't know. It's like, hey, listen, do you want to come to the podcast? And where do you live? It's a little awkward. All right. Anyway, what I was going to show y'all. Bam. Right here. Look at this little baby. New camera. Y'all can't even see. Oh, where is it at? Over here. 4K. What is that backwards? I don't know if that's backwards in the live stream or just backwards for me. Anyway. Yeah, super cool. We got a new camera. We're going to take this to another quality. We have a great camera here, but we're basically going to just up this quality of everything to make it better. I've been watching some of the videos lately, and some of the quality is just because we're relying everything on Zoom and, the connection. And plus, listen, if y'all don't know about cameras, did y'all know that like just traditional cameras you buy, at Best Buy or wherever, right? Cameras that you want to get. This was only $600 only. I mean, okay, it shoots 4K, phenomenal camera. But you know what? You want to know the real reason about this camera, and then why you'll actually, when I tell you this, Luminex GX85, okay, you're going to start seeing that on every podcast you watch. Look in the corners of what cameras they're using. They're using this camera for a good reason, because it shoots continuous video, right? Okay, you're like, well, what does that mean? Of course it does. No, what I mean is other cameras top out at 30 minutes. Why? There's some sort of law with Europe and this and how you classify a video camera, right? With the point and click, which is just like a camera, which people use them for video, especially for podcasts. And the reason, they want to compete, they want to be able to sell video cameras and point and click cameras. If you knew that your point and click did both, you wouldn't buy the video camera, right? So that's really the reason. But there are a few cameras that slip through and that offer that continuous recording. So I can shoot 4K continuously, right, for as long as the memory card goes and the battery goes. And again, with the camera I have, which is a great camera, you can't do that. It's a Canon. They just don't. It doesn't happen. So you have to run it through a system, record it off of that. The quality gets cut down. So anyway, we're going to be adding better quality, and I'm excited. Yes, along with other things. Oh, what else are we doing? Super cool. Look, we are working with a PR company, PR person, however you want to put it. We've been on that search for a long time, and we're basically going to do something cool here in Texas. It's going to grow, but first we're going to do a live show. So in person, right, at like an actual venue. Our first will probably be Austin. Okay, we're in the beginning works. This was probably going to be Austin, which is obviously where I was for the last 10 years. I just moved to Dallas, a couple months ago. We've been doing the show from Dallas, but we definitely started in Austin. And anyway, going back there, we're going to do a show, get some sponsors, music, and do a live show. It won't be broadcast. We're not going to record it. You're going to actually have to buy a ticket and come in person to see it. And then the goal is to do a little mini tour. We'll do one in Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. We'll see where we pick. But anyway, I'm really excited about that. That's going to be interesting, right? We're hoping, right, you get the right musician, get a nice crowd. We're sort of going to piggyback on top of that. I mean, right? Like, who's coming? Nobody's coming to see me. Okay. I'm well aware of that, and I don't care. Just want to do it in person. That'd be great. Just a nice reaction from people there in person will be cool. So anyway, and give it like a realness, right? Like a physical, ness. Now the COVID's physicalness. I don't know why. Now the COVID's over, things are getting back. I don't know about y'all, right? I'm fully vaccinated. I'm ready to hit the streets. I'm ready to do things. We're in Texas. I'm walking into places now. It's just like, you can wear a mask if you want or not. That's what signs are saying. Ooh, that could cause some things, nationwide. I don't know, but here locally, not really a big deal. It's really, if you're vaccinated, you're cool. If you're not, keep wearing a mask, So why people don't want to get vaccinated, I have no idea. It's so easy. It's so quick. It's nothing. It's like getting the flu vaccine. I promise you, it's like barely, it's nothing. I think, reading the news too much or watching whatever is scaring some people. Just get it's not that big a deal. I don't know. I don't want to, cause any drama. I guess if you don't get it, I don't know. I mean, it's up to people's choice. It does make me a little weird to be around people that don't have it. Not that I'm super like whatever, but I don't know. It's kind of like, if I have a choice, why risk it? But at the same time, I don't know. I'm vaccinated, so am I going to get it? Even if you have it, I don't know. It's a conundrum. Do what you want. It's Texas. I'm not here to judge that. That's not what this show's about. Anyway, let's talk about who we have coming up. Next week is authors. All amazing authors with badass books out that are, doing phenomenal. They're sort of, I want to say inaugural. I don't know what the right word is, but like, for one, Stacey Swan. Okay, she has a book out called Olympus, Texas. She's Texan as well, right? They're both, I believe they're both in Austin. They're both in Austin, Texas. And that is her first book. So that's her first novel. She's definitely written a bunch, blah, 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 all this stuff. And the reviews are ridiculous, y'all, and there's no spoilers in the podcast. So feel free to, watch it, see what you think of her. Check out the book. I thought she was super cool. We barely even talked about the book, to be honest with you. We talked about writing and this and that. And we did talk about the book, but in a general sense, we got kind of deep, and we just had a great conversation. You know what? I said this in the intro of the podcast, but I'll repeat it here. I basically said, like, it was one of those things that just got away from us. You ever just gotten along with somebody? You were supposed to meet with somebody, and then when the conversation's over, you're like, dude, we didn't even talk about what we were here to talk about. That's what happened with Stacey and I. It was awesome. We had a great conversation. It was super cool. I definitely recommend checking out her book. She's amazing. Can't wait to see what she does next. Not to say that, don't check this out, but definitely she's somebody you want to, keep tabs on, and that's what's happening. It's been a home run for sure. So that's a cool episode coming out next week. And then we have May Cobb. She's also has a book out now. It's her first real wide release. She did one other novel before that was sort of small. This is how she put it, right? Just sort of a smaller circuit release. novel wise. So then she wrote this book. And what was interesting about May, another great conversation, man, authors are cool to talk to actually. Why? They're great with words and like telling stories. They're actually great guests and great podcast guests. They should be on more podcasts, like that's what they do. I don't get that. I love talking to authors, and she was no different, just like Stacy. We did talk about her book a lot, which is called The Hunting Wives, which I started reading that book for sure. I haven't finished it yet. It's it's sort of a thriller, right? It's there's some twist and that sort of thing. So we didn't spoil anything, but I'm coming at it from a perspective of having read a little bit of it already. And it was cool. She was just cool. We got into, again, the dynamics of writing and this and that and her story. She was very blunt and open about, why she wrote this book, which was pretty cool in my opinion. I'm all about that. When people are just real and genuine, she was just like, look, I need the money, right? Like I was dire. Like I needed to start writing. Like she sold the book actually before she even finished it. It was like halfway through. Then she wrote like a little, whatever mock up for the last half, of the book and sold it on that. She was just very open with it, but it's been a hit. That's what's great about it. That's what's so cool about the story. And then she talked about how she had already written that little piece, right, for the ending. But it was just like a one pager or something, right? To sort of like, this is what will happen in the end. I haven't written it yet, but this is what I think will happen. Well, she had written some twist in there. Now as she was writing, she's like, oh, now I got to stick to it, or does she? You'll never know. That's the whole, she keeps you twisting even in the interview. Again, authors are great to talk to. She was super cool. And she's doing a lot of interviews for it. Both of them are. So I tried to make them a little different. So if you see her interview, trust me when I say ours is different. It's always different, okay? On the Lone Star Plate. We try to anyway. I didn't say good. Don't get carried away. I didn't say they're good. I just said they're different. I don't make any promises I can't keep. Listen, what's the saying? You promise low, deliver high. That's what I try to do. I ain't promising nothing. Okay, y'all. Listen, you tune in and you don't tune in. This is what's happening. Anyway, yes, great stuff. We talked about, let's just recap here. Tuesday's episode, Frankie Ray, Stacey George, Sasha Spivey. Thursday's episode, John Randall. And look, I put the links in the description. Oh, no, wait. No, I didn't. Anyway, go to our website. LoneStarPlate.com. That's actually better. Why would I put it there? Go to our website, LoneStarPlate.com, and you can find the episodes there, or just, on wherever you listen to your podcast. If you're already subscribed, listen to it there. And then, for next week, I'm actually really stoked about that. And then, man, we have some other interviews we've already recorded. I can't spoil them. We have some great stuff coming up. And wait till y'all, dude, the guest for season 4. Listen, y'all, we are up in the game to a level y'all have zero clue what's happening. We're about to take this show to the next level. We're just doing a really good job of getting better at booking guests. We've had phenomenal guests, man. We've been so fortunate and lucky, the people that have come on and given us great episodes, and we just keep growing and getting better, and people, keep supporting, and we just want to keep massaging that. Is that the right word? Massaging? Oh my God, that sounds, I meant that in a purely, I don't know, not physical way. Anyway, yes. It's awesome. We're excited. We have a lot of, great stuff coming out, and this show is interesting. I got to admit, doing this little live wrap-up show, we're getting, third time, we're getting used to it. We're getting better. We're going to trying to bring on some guests to liven this up, have a little back and forth with somebody here. Liven it up. But I wanted to work out the kinks, all the live stuff. Look, I ruined the link I was supposed to use. So who knows? Look, I get better at this. I tried to schedule the last time I did them, I just went live. Then I try to schedule it. And I told everyone on the pod, I got this, guys. I don't need your help. I got this. Let me take care of this. This will be my baby. Look at me. Okay. Should have asked for help. We have people that do like everything else here, and I'm just like, let me do this. And look, I screwed up. But anyway, that's my problem, not y'all's. We're going to work this out. So anyway, yes, thank you so much for watching. This has been amazing. I love doing this every week. I'm going to keep coming back. We're just going to keep growing with it. Okay. And growing and getting better. I got to figure out how to bring clips up or something, or pictures. I think that'll add to it. And play, tell me, leave some comments. Say, this is what this is how to improve the show, Patrick. And then that's what we'll do. We'll give you guys what you want. So anyway, all right. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. As always, I'm Patrick. This is the Lone Star Plate Podcast wrap-up show. We'll see you next time.